Hello and welcome, everyone. It's on, right? I think so. All right, great. My name is Jessica Garcia. I'm chair of the Cannabis Control Board. Recognizing that we have the majority of members present today, I'm pleased to call this meeting to order and welcome all of you participating here in person as well as via real time on our live stream. This meeting is being recorded. The recording and the transcript will be available to the public on the Office of Cannabis Management's website, cannabis.ny.gov. Information on control board meetings is also available in the designated section of that OCM website. Today's agenda includes review and approval of the meeting minutes from the Cannabis Control Board meeting held on April 2nd, consideration of adult use applications for approval, consideration of adult use applications for denial, consideration of adult use licensee amendment request, consideration of adult use applications for renewal, consideration of conditional adult use retail dispensary applications for renewal, consideration of cannabis research license annual report and location change, consideration of cannabis research license renewal, consideration of laboratory testing facility permit renewal. After which we will have public comments, and then we will adjourn.
A certain portion of shares in an corporation that on the face of that particular stock certificate, it was a minority ownership of this particular corporation, and yet there was no factual nexus linking the particular applicant for this license to the real estate at issue.
David Miller, followed by Aaron Thurmond.
These meetings are about more than just licensing. They're about patience. They're about the people who are out there struggling each day to afford this. I represent DVAC, educating veterans about cannabis. 100% disabled veterans, the reason you're able to sit here, they can't afford cannabis. We're gonna have more of us coming back very shortly. That you remember. Please, I only got 2 minutes. 23 of us are still dying from suicide every day. The overdose numbers, we don't know. We also know something else. John brought up finding new money. Hey, John, I gotta give you a secret here. Pete Hegseth smokes pot. So do a lot of people in this administration. We need your support. We need to develop a forum so we can provide you guidance. What you're doing with the Veterans Task Force is marvelous and wonderful, but it has to happen faster. Because you're going to be facing a lot more of us coming home potentially. I don't know if you noticed it, but they renamed Department of Defense Department of War. So please, start addressing the fact that we can't afford the cannabis all of you want to sell.
Thank you. Aaron Thurmond, followed by Yashay Stewart Mitchell.
Good afternoon, my name is Aaron Thurmond. I'm here before, and I sat back and listened to you guys give people provisional licenses, give them all kind of leeway that haven't been afforded to myself. I'm wondering what kind of system, what kind of decisions are you going into these applications? Because the spirit of MRTA was supposed to be for social equity. It was supposed to be for, reparative justice. Well, this is something that's been missed here. I listen to you talk about all the communities, and no disrespect to the other community, not the veteran community, not the disabled farmers, but what happened to the most impacted? See, all this is good about, you talk about everybody else impacted. What about the people that were most impacted by the war on drugs? Meaning the people that were actually sent to prison, the people that actually sold cannabis, people that actually were murdered for cannabis, the people had their children taken. I don't see none of them people with license. I see a lot of people that were able to fit into beautiful little boxes and manipulate paperwork to get them. Well, guess what? I put an application in here in Long Island. My application is for Long Island, and to have a dispensary in someplace else within a 25-mile buffer. I had a signed LOI, sir, and I listen to people get licenses with apartments. What kind of nonsense is going on around here, man? And what do we got to do to get some clarity? See, I ain't been a rebel rouser. I ain't said nothing about it because I'm trying to play by the rules. I stopped selling cannabis to get a license. Followed every rule that y'all set forth, and still, 5 years later, nothing. I was here from day one. I'm out, man.
Thank you. Yashay Stewart Mitchell, followed by Oleg Maryasis.
Good morning. Good morning, Chair and members of the New York Cannabis Control Board. Sorry, I'm a little blind right now. My name is Yashay. I've been a freelance web designer, IT professional, and computer tech since I was 11 years old, and I still pick up part-time contract work. I still pick up contract work. Let me just make this quick. Just to be clear, this is not a job application, unfortunately. In fact, I even showed up a little late because I was using AI to write this, which is exactly the kind of technology that I think you should consider integrating to keep the website updated and actually useful. But as someone who actually builds and maintains data for a living, it pains me to say the board site is stuck in the digital stone age. It seems like it's rarely updated, full of outdated licensing information. It seems like there's no one in charge of keeping potential and current licensees properly informed. What's especially frustrating is the complete lack of any update on license timelines. I'm trying to get a cultivation license, yet there's no information on when the window's gonna open back up. And I'm sure you guys have heard this a million times. Today, I got an email about today's meeting, and it said that I should submit comments by the 12th. Today is the 7th. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Oleg Maryasis, followed.